पूजा quiet. All everyone who is presenting, they are sitting in this circle. Inner circle. Everyone presenting up to the inner circle. Inner circle. Okay. The investors are coming. The investors are coming, and we'll give them a good round of applause and introduce, and then we get started. We are all live on YouTube, right? And the online assessment link is also there for all the presentations. Okay, you can share whoever wants to. Okay, the first I can't see him. Everyone who has to present should be in the inner circle. Koi outer circle meaning. If you're not there in the inner circle, the chance will go to the next person. And all the best to all of you. I should see very one who's here. Give them a call. Okay. So the judges are coming. Siddharth, you take that. Can we all have to here? Just right in the center. We're doing this live. There are a number of parents. They are also watching this. Right? Masroor, please start. Lloyd. And so three of the investor judges, they are going to drill you, right? They're all here with you, and they'll be asking lots of questions. But a quick round of introduction. Okay, we can first back. Okay, so Masroor, sir, you have met right? Masood, he's taken few sessions. He runs his venture. He's also part of accelerator venture partners when he does angel investment. Lloyd Matthews, seasoned, investor, professional board member, big companies. Think of big companies, and he could be in the board of those companies. And he's an angel investor. And Ujjwal, you just met author, right? Because I think author is something also an investor and CEO and number of startups and all that. So these three people they are going to access. You'll find the great fun, right? And I will see the skills. Thank you very much, Sato. I'll see you. And listen, I'm going to share an assessment form.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So in a bit, I'll share an assessment form.
Sure.
And in the assessment form, the last question is of interest to everyone who's presenting. Right. So first, let me share the assessment form to all of you, and from there I take. Right, so it's a Google form for the benefit of all the presenters here. There are only two things which is getting rated, right? Your MVP, and the last question is how much investors are willing to put. It's a and don't put any fake numbers, investors. The real whatever you think. There's also a zero there. Okay, so is that fine? Okay. So we start now. The rules are very simple. 5 means 5 should not go to the 9 people.
Sure.
Right? Then investors can ask questions, and we move from there. And all the people who are watching this on YouTube, the rating form is there. Thingstartup.in/rating, but you have to complete all the ratings within 2 minutes of the pitch. Right, so if any rating which is coming after 2 minutes, it will not be considered. And if any rating which comes even before the kid has finished the pitch, it will not be considered. Right, so we saw both the things yesterday, but 13 students are going to make the pitch. So can we give a round of applause to all? You can use the connections here, right? So we start with blue card. Yeah. And if anyone is looking for mathematical extension, use this. Try and show the work that you have done. But anyway, 5 minutes. Okay, so Siddharth will now take it. Sid sir is also doing some sort of Twitter live or something, so you can also look at some of you would be trending Twitter if you're really there, right?
Follow the Think Startup page.
Follow the Think Startup handle. Follow the Think Startup handle on Twitter. Where some of
it's @Think Startup 1. @Think Startup.
If you are on Twitter or parents on Twitter, it's @Think Startup 1, right? So that's the handle, and where it's like so sit over to you and then manage the site.
Sure. Rukart, so once it's ready, just give a signal.
Okay, so listen, just give me a second. So, Utkarsh is going to take some time. I think there's some connection problem, so we move to the next person, and next is Dusk, and after Dusk it is Friendly. So this is the sequence, right? So you have to tell your name. Utkarsh, meanwhile, friends. Dusk. Oh, yes. Yeah.
All right. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna start. I have my prototype ready.
Oh, yeah, right.
Um,
All right.
so this is my project. It's IoT LED bulb. It's compatible to Philips Hue, but it has been designed in order to reduce cost. I'm just gonna load the presentation.
Your time has happened already.
Just give me a second. I'm so sorry. We have so this is the pitch deck for Dusttech. This is my project. Essentially, my problem statement is there are many smart home solutions within the market, right? But none of them appeal to the common consumer, which is the middle class in India. They smart home and energy and all in all the infrastructure, the smart home infrastructure which we are aiming to build across pan India is not viable monetarily for people to invest in. It shouldn't be a luxury, it should be a commodity. Everybody should be able to access it, in my opinion. If I'll be honest with you, like a couple of years ago in 10th grade, there was this girl. She told me that I asked her, do you have a like I mean just like she had the latest tech and everything. I was very envious of her. So I asked her, you must be having Philips Hue and stuff, right? She was like, yeah, I have Philips Hue and like she told me like I just say to Alexa, switch off, turn on the lights, turn it to magenta, turn it to burgundy, and the lights will just automatically just turn into this beautiful hue that will just make your day, right? I want something similar, but each Philips Hue LED costs roughly 4,000 rupees per LED. And LEDs have a defined time of after which they reach an end of life, it's 40,000 hours. Now the thing is, buying 4,000 LEDs which will die at one point in time, it's not quite viable. So I was thinking, why don't we take the electronics required to turn that LED smart, put it in a holder, because circuitry done well, the engineering done well, it's invincible, it's forevermore. You take your circuitry and you make it so well, you put it in a bulb holder, and the filament on top, you can put a LED on top of it. It becomes smart. Solutions from Schneider, solutions from Reeves, solutions from all across all energy companies, Bajaj Electric, Philips, they're quite expensive. Even the holder is for 900 to 1,000 rupees, which is not financially viable for most people, for the market masses. The gap between the bill of materials comparative to the actual pricing of product is outrageous. It's not worth it. That's why these companies are not able to sustain their smart home markets. My model is meant to be sustainable as a company, right? So this makes smart home solutions inaccessible by common people. They feel in terms of overall value and they lack value proposition. The value proposition is flawed. The solution is a smart home solution to only be viable if adopted on a mass scale. We want to fill in the gaps here. To leverage economies of scale and in-state production to make the technology financially feasible. So we are functioning on an architecture that's so beautifully accessible, and the architecture has been designed from the ground up to be so cheap and to be so great that it can be integrated at a low cost. And that's my solution here. This is Dusk. Dusk is data driven, right? We are a data company whilst being an energy company. We want to connect telemetry, mesh networking. So now I'm just going to do a demo for you guys, and that will sum up my presentation. So how much? Okay. Yeah, so this is my data, and I just turn this off. We can purify this, right? This is just a bare bones. We put CSS on it. I know the entirety of the infrastructure required to make this better. I just need faith in from people who can support me make this into something so much bigger than what it is. So just it's a remit. We can use voice recognition, Alexa skills, we can use a multitude of skills, like we can use convolutional neural networking. The list goes on. I have 6 years plan to show you guys. But that's it for me. Thank you guys. Thank you for giving me time.
One brief, just for information of all the we deliberately avoided anything called finance. Right? So irrespective of that, you don't be pleased. Any questions?
Yeah. So, what's the cost for one Philips Hue? One bulb
is 4,000.
I was actually looking on Amazon. It's showing 600 rupees. It's the same. But we're talking about
that's not the one that is actually what we want to complete. The 600 one is based on Wi-Fi and Zigbee. But my thing is the one that's 600 doesn't have the smarts that the 4,000. We want to bring you the smarts of 4,000.
What's the difference between 600 and 4,000?
This one, the one that it's just very basic. It has Bluetooth low energy. The one, so the pairing process is seamless. The pairing process is a bit difficult. I've done a lot of market research. Even Wipro makes this, Bajaj Electric makes this. All of these companies have moved on to making multicolored LEDs. However, the problem is the setup process is difficult. It's not seamless, and all in all, even the installation of installing an LED is not big. Just I want to integrate a suite of security features and additional things that we can possibly expand.
Assuming if you reach even to the level of 4,000 bulb, how is your bomb lower than their bomb?
Our bomb is lower because we are making a margin lower and we are making it more accessible. Instead of, because Philips has a brand image to demand a higher price naturally, and because they're making it in Vietnam, for example, they're making it in China. I want to make use of in-state in-house Indian subsidies. Like
What's your pairing process
my pairing process is going to be like for the final product or the current product?
for the final product? Is it going to be to Zigbee?
Also, yeah, so we're going to be using the Node MCU microfiber. We're going to be using Node MCU microfiber. So most probably Zigbee, because Zigbee is the most available. Documentation is brilliant, but Z-Wave is more expensive, more complicated, and it's newer also. So the documentation is not as good. But the main thing is we want to keep also so security also comes into play here, and making it on a established platform. It will allow us to really we can be creative instead of making a system architecture, instead of making a CPU. Right? Yeah.
And in simple terms, to his point, if it starts, your starting point is a 4,000 rupee LED, what will your price effectively want to be like?
Yes,
where do you want to target?
So should I provide you with cost of production?
No, just what would you like to sell it at?
So I want it to be, if I want so the main reason I made this is because I would not be a cent above for this product.
Okay. So that's your kind of end goal.
Yes. So if I'm not, because I'm very price sensitive as a person, as a price sensitive consumer. If I'm not able to pay 250 and I do my research, it's difficult to sell things to me. I am representative of, like, I want to make it at 250, and that's a real answer.
Have you got any sort of patent around it, or you're looking for it, or is it just integration of multiple things?
So the thing is, all of these like Zigbee, Z-Wave are technologies which have been there for the last 15-20 years, right? So the problem here is that they're not patentable. We are just making the integration better, and we are making the integration to a polish where basically no one can compete. At that price point, that polish cannot be delivered because we are working on scale. And being in India, we enjoy scale, right? We enjoy scale. We have the benefit of scale.
So let me understand. If companies like Philips are getting it manufactured in other countries,
Yes, sir.
what gives you the confidence to do a better job in India? Have you explored the ecosystem step?
So the ecosystem strength, as in what sense, sir?
I mean, if these guys are manufacturing outside India, there's certainly a cost advantage.
Yes, sir.
Right? How do you think we can gain a better cost advantage for these?
So firstly, because we are an Indian startup, right? That already puts us a leg above. Because foreign companies, when they enter into the market, even if they want to set up a store, as we saw with the Apple development, you need at least 50% or 60% of manufacturing should be of the product of the. If I'm making an iPhone, 60% of it needs to be made in India. Then only I can make an Apple store. So being an Indian startup, it makes things a lot more streamlined for me. And the thing is, I want to start in-house because there's a certain sense of pride doing things in-house. I want to, like, it's not tangible, it's pathos, but it really hits very close to home because I want to make the lives, like, not just the consumer better, but the worker conditions in Vietnam and China. Have you guys seen those? It's terrible. I want to make it much. I have to make it better. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Anything else?
Have you calculated your cost, in the entire cost, and which is not just manufacturing, the bill of material, but even logistics, advertisements, marketing, everything?
So that's the issue that we're running into, sir, because that's not my forte, but I'm definitely working on it by the day, sir. But we will get a proper plan in place, but we need it, that's for sure. We have a team of 3 people. My brother is a mentor. His name is Yash Singh. He is from University of Washington. He's a data scientist. He will be helping us with the data science. Correct. And one of my friends, he's working on coding part. So that's about it. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
The next is Freddy Coffee. Come and set up your thing quickly. I will take so long for time. So everyone who's coming here, please ensure that you do your setup changeovers very fast. And this venture was called Dust USC, right? Complete your rating.
What was your name?
Complete. Well, right. So, friend Ivan is the next presentation. Your time starts now.
Good morning. My name is Ritvik and I'm in class 12. So हम में से हर किसी ने कभी ना कभी ऐसा महसूस किया है कि हम अकेले हैं, हमारे साथ कोई नहीं है। कभी कभी दोस्तों के साथ रह के भी अकेलापन महसूस होता है। कभी कभी ऐसा भी लगता है कि कहीं घर में एक कोने में बैठे रहे और किसी से बात ना करें। तो उस समय और ऐसा सिर्फ हमें नहीं, पूरी दुनिया के 25% लोगों को हो रहा है। So for that's the problem I will be tackling with my project Friend Eva. So the solution which I have come up with is a visual friend which will help you communicate a lot of things. You can use it for doing a lot of things, including talking to it with voice, text, and a lot more to be done. And it will be just like your friend. And the best part is it won't judge you at any cost. So the thing is, why is my idea great and different? So the thing is that a lot of companies have made virtual assistant, but they are costly. The cheapest one, the Alexa, which is at the cheapest part, which is of an older version, is around 2400, and I am making it at a lot cheaper cost. And a lot of you might be thinking that health issues is a very big problem. Why only using technology to solve it? So the simple answer is, according to me, technology has impacted on mental health at a very big and a fast rate. So why not giving technology a chance to make it better again? The progress so far, you can actually talk to my friend, or in fact, all your friends. The bot can talk with you in form of text, play videos on YouTube as much as you want and as many as you want. It can crack jokes whenever you want. It can tell you about famous people and a lot more. And in a visual assistant like Alexa, you can talk to just a female or a male voice is there, along with they are coming up with the voice of Amitabh Bachchan, which will cost you more ₹100 to be paid at a subscription basis. But in my model, you can talk in 4 different voices: adult, male, female, and a teenage boy and girl. So where I want to reach, I want to expand globally. I want to have a big team, or you can say a family, with which I can grow as not as an individual person, but as a team as well. And add more products to my company, which will include a similar virtual assistant, but with a camera which will have a sensor in it, which can sense that you are feeling alone, and it can start talking to you whenever you want. So that was, and I would like to end by saying, अकेलापन रुलाता है, अकेलापन सिखाता है। अगर कोई ना हो तो दुखी मत होना मेरे दोस्त, क्योंकि तब अकेलापन साथ में आता है।
Can I talk to you?
Sir, it will require better internet connection. I can play a video which I
Just do that.
That's interesting.
Good to see you again. To make new friends, you need to start talking to new people. Either that be online or in person is up to you. It works both ways. Try bringing up small talk like favorite music and hobbies and go from that. Make sure the conversation feels comfortable at all times.
Play some Bollywood songs.
Playing some Bollywood songs.
Tell me a joke.
What is Benwali Mandelbrot's middle name? Benwali Mandelbrot.
The third.
Who is Cristiano Ronaldo?
Ready.
Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro. Portuguese pronunciation. Kitijano Nadu. Born February 5th, 1985. Is a Portuguese professional footballer who plays as a forward for Premier League club Manchester United and captains the Portugal national team.
What is the time?
Current time is 6:50 a.m.
Over time, does it also learn about?
So right now it doesn't, but yes, I am working on it right now because it will require an MD in it, which is of 6 to 8 months course, which I have started learning, but it will take time for me and I will use it.
And how much would this device cost?
So it depends. Like I have like in Alexa, you have just one shade, the cheapest one, a small one. But I am looking forward and I have contacted local people who are making speakers. I have checked the quality as well. So they said that including the sensor and Raspberry Pi, which I will be using, it can cost between 900 to 1200 for the manufacturing one, based on the customization of the shape which the user wants. And even if it costs 900 or 1200, I am going to sell it at around 16 to 1800. And there is a web version of it as well, which will cost you 200. There you can communicate in just the website part. So with some limitation as well.
Can you, sorry, can you communicate in multiple Indian languages as well?
Sir, not currently.
Will that be
Yes,
a
sir.
feature you can build?
Yes, sir.
Who's your target group?
So as I said, around every fourth person is suffering from
No, I understand from that perspective, from demographic perspective, I'm asking, which is, let's say, age or city or income bracket, that kind of a thing.
Yes, so majorly I will be as much as I have researched, people between the age of 15 to 35 are not able to communicate to their parents as well, that they are not feeling mentally stable or having. So that will be my target audience.
So do these guys already own a device, let's say mobile or laptop or something? Or
So yes, sir, they do, but not Alexa or something like that. So,
but can't this be done by Siri or by Google or by Alexa, I mean, on their device itself?
that's what I said. It's a lot expensive, like the device. And the second part is that it is only giving you a one voice option, whereas my device will be giving more option to communicate in voices. And to let all of you know, there is a research going on that if you input 3 to 4 lines or voice of a person, the system can learn from it and speak in that voice of a person using the same accent and all of this. So I will till the time it's not done, I won't be using it. But as soon as it's done, I am thinking of incorporating that.
My question is a bit different. My question is, are you competing with Alexa where they're already present in the market, or they're not present in the market and that is the market you want to go after? And if that is the case, is only price differentiation your game over there?
No, so yes, my competition will be Alexa, Google Assistant, and a lot more. But as I mentioned, the different things in it, the voice command, the different voices which you will be having, the price and the sensor which can see that you are not feeling, you are sad or you are lonely, and it can directly communicate to you. But you have to give Alexa a command to communicate, but that's not the case.
Do you think, sorry, the mental health issue is a function of people not able to speak? And that's why you have a voice, I mean, best place for someone to speak to somebody else, right?
So for this, I have talked to psychologists as well, and they have also said that sometimes what most of the why don't people communicate is they hesitate that people will start judging them, or they will laugh on your opinions, or they will try to shut you on social media as well. As we have seen that if you post a comment, a lot of them will go against you. So if you can communicate with my friend or our friend, you will be able to express your feelings to someone and you won't be judged as well. That's the message.
Fair point.
Just I hope you are going to work on the each part of it.
Yes, sir.
So it's more like robot.
Yes, sir.
So it has to carry some emotion. Because the area that you want to work on, you need empathy even in quality. So that's an important element. And that will define the experience also. Like this.
So for you, last question. For you, the form factor primarily more important is the hardware part or online version?
So for like the business point of view to earning point of view,
Business point of view.
so the product is more important. The hardware
The
part.
reason I'm asking is because the scale of growth will be very different. Hardware sells at a very slow pace. Online will be rapid, and even online is a kind of winner take all market versus hardware never is a winner take all market.
So that for competing in the online market as well, I have kept the price very low. It's 200 what I have thought of, because that won't require a lot of things to be done for the online part. So I have kept it at a low.
Unique point I'm making is hardware, distribution, etc., is a very big game, and in fact, the margins which at a cumulative level, the number of sales multiplied by the margin which you get, hardware will be lower. My senses will be lower. Online will be much faster and at a much less.
I will.
So can you repeat your name and the venture once?
My name is Ritvik and my venture name is Pendiva. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. U18. Okay, we are starting the next question. Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Sneha Sharma and today I am here to testify my company, Petika, and performance. Okay, before we start, Lloyd sir, Masroor sir, Udwal sir, I have a question for you. आपके स्कूल या कॉलेज में कैंटीन था?
कहाँ गंदा था?
आप लोगों के experience with canteens in school has not been very good, right? So that's where Petika comes in, and that's the problem. The problem we are solving is school students do not get different boxes many a times due to parents' emergency. What are they doing? Parents fall ill, they're not able to send it. Parents are traveling, they're not able to send it. Parents are working, they don't have enough time to prepare a tiffin, and अगर 2 kids and 3 kids they are not able to prepare a tiffin and send. And other parents are, they don't wish to cook early in the morning. Many mothers, somebody with the biggest room on WhatsApp is कि 6 बजे उठ के हमें खाना बनाना है. Mothers don't like that, and sometimes they don't even wish to send. तो क्या आता है पूरी सॉस या लॉली चोको पाए, which kids really don't like to eat. And that's when I think that आपको याद हो स्टैंडी का डब्बा मूवी अगर आपने देखी होगी उसका डब्बा खाली है. So अगर बेटे का होता तो उसका डब्बा खाली नहीं होता. That's an assurance. So we wish we were there to help stand. Moreover, school and college canteens sometimes they're not good. जैसा कि आपका experience, you guys don't have good experience with school or college canteens. I have heard, or I think आपने सबने देखा होगा 2 states हमारे सांभर में कभी complaint नहीं आया है, but that सांभर was really pathetic. And उनका जो head chef था वो क्या बोल रहा था 10 साल में कभी complaint नहीं आया है और सांभर बहुत अच्छी है, and you get used to it. We don't want students to get used to that mess वाला. Second, with this movie, in this when Shashank gets into the college and क्या ये आलू है कि ये बैगन है whatever. So the guy says कि चख के बता दो अपने आप ही पता चल जाएगा क्या. We don't want that. About us, what is Petika? It's a food enterprise that delivers fresh, hot, and tasty food with a homemade feeling to students of schools and colleges during break time. Okay, our ideal description: who is it for? For our target customers, all students, and indirectly parents also, because parents for they feel the hassle of cooking and making the difference, and all students of either schools or colleges are our target customers. What does it do? So we have we have an app and a website where जो हमारी ordering होती है वो app पे होती है. So on our app, parents can order कुछ school students हैं उनके लिए parents order कर सकते हैं online payment करके. Our cloud kitchen. In one city, we have several cloud kitchens. Our cloud kitchen will prepare the food. Parents have to order at least 2 hours prior to their lunchtime and जो भी है kids के, and 10 minutes before हम उनके स्कूल में जाके deliver करते हैं. For college students, it's very feasible to कभी भी order कर सकते हैं, and they can use various like online ordering, or you can online payment कर सकते हैं या cash on delivery, whatever is feasible. Why would they use it? So first of all, parents and guardians need the value of cooking within their income. मतलब वो बना सकते हैं obviously, but whenever they want to have food, they don't want to cook, they can use Petika. Second, students can enjoy healthy, fresh, tasty, and warm homemade food. I think अभी हमारे बहुत सारे mentors IITs थे, and they all were like, we should get this option right now. कहाँ है? We want this. We miss that homemade feeling वाला food, we miss that warm food, we want that taste. So that's what Petika is. And the root problem we're addressing is that parents pay to send a different, and as I discussed earlier. What's unique about our debbas? Okay, dabba वाला बहुत सारे होते हैं, छोटे-छोटे जो brand names हैं. What is unique about us is basically we only use sustainable packaging. We own 100% sustainable packaging रहेगा. दूसरा, we allow customization on our orders. For example, if your kid is allergic to peanuts, we won't add peanuts in the salad. Which canteens and other foods use dabba walas, they don't do that. Third, we also share meal notes. Sometimes, mom wants to send you home while you eat, and mom loves it. Sorry, I cannot get to my school mate. So you can send us, text us on our app, and we'll send it. Next, value proposition, as you can see: hygienic, time delivery, sustainable packaging, customization of order, neat food options, economical, healthy and fresh food, easy online delivery, and revenue streams. So basically, we have 5 revenue streams: third-party advertising on our app. Second, direct sales from our cloud kitchens. Third, catering. We will also provide catering services for like sports day or friends' birthdays or kids' birthdays or whatever. And fourth is our delivery charges. So we are our individual partners, like for example, we Zomato delivery functions, then the individual partners are the delivery people. Same way we'll function, and we'll keep a commission from the delivery. And franchise distribution. The franchise of our cloud kitchens in one city will also take commission. Next, our customer channels will include website, app, emails, cloud kitchen networks. This is our business model completely. Our cost structure, our key resources, key activities, revenue streams, key partners, value proposition. Progress to date, we've conducted a user research, and this is what we got. More than 80 to 90% people were ready to take this facility. Your parents were like, oh my god, I'm form really wanting this Petika to come on class. And our MVP is ready. So our website is ready. हम app पे काम कर रहे हैं. उसमें बच्चों और teachers डाल रहे हैं. So working on our app. To be honest, अभी तक कुछ students और college students के लिए ऐसा कोई भी platform नहीं है जो उनको fresh homemade food deliver करे. If Zomato, Swiggy जो लोग बोलते हैं हमारे competitors है, they are not a competitors because they do not focus on school students. And they're highly expensive. When you go to a restaurant, 200 रुपए का खाना वो लोग अब बढ़ के 300, 350, 400 के आसपास आ रहा है, which is very costly. And local dabba walas. Our vision is simple. We want to become the first and the largest dabba wala for all students in India.
Excellent. What's the average cost of one ticket? So if I'm a parent and I want to get this, how much will it cost?
It's a 50 to 80. Yeah.
Okay.
And it depends on the order there. For example, कभी आप sandwich मंगा रहे हैं, कभी समोसा मंगा रहे हैं, कभी थाली मंगा रहे हैं. उस हिसाब से price range पे होगा.
50 to 80 including delivery and delivery.
नहीं, delivery charges are different.
So this is a bit dated, but I had a conversation with Deepinder Goyal. उनका delivery cost itself is 65-70 rupees.
Okay. So but we won't be doing that. That's what we're doing. क्योंकि हमें बहुत ज़्यादा orders, for example, एक school है. 50 to 60 different. So obviously delivery
will be lower.
Will be very lower. वो divide हो जाएगा. तो इसलिए हमारा डिलीवरी चार्ज उतना नहीं आएगा जितना जोमेटो का आता है, तो एक डब्बा डिलीवर करते हैं, एक पार्सल डिलीवर। That's what.
So aggregating deliveries will be a big, which
Yeah.
should be a cost advantage. Secondly, do you have a subscription model? From I want to do it for say 20 days a month or 15 days.
Yeah.
Right. So I decide that Monday, Wednesday, Friday I'll use this. Tuesday,
Yeah.
Thursday I'll make it myself.
Sure.
So that option is available.
We have that option. Like 8 months के लिए you want कि अच्छा lunch और breakfast दोनों आ जाए, we'll send it. Whatever is the menu, we'll prepare it and send it to her.
Interesting. Right.
Have you spoken to this?
Yes, actually we vacations started, to be honest. So we weren't able to speak to the principal yet. We were able to contact the school management. All they said was that once the school reopens, and the principal present your idea, then we'll talk about it. However, many schools in Delhi also they don't have good canteens. And when we kept this in our mind. When we close the schools, we say that we're going to give a little commission to the schools, like they can keep a little commission from the schools overall orders of something. So that would be a little, attractive offer to the school that along with the canteens, they can also have our option.
You talked of a biodegradable dabba. So why not a container, right? So I give me a box and I return it back next day. Is that an option? And what is so biodegradable about the dabba you're talking about?
Sir, biodegradable actually for dabba we also thought about that. Why not dabba लेके जाओ lunch करो dabba वापस करो. Dabba वाला इसमें ऐसा होता है because मुंबई में जो सबसे बड़ा dabba वाला तो यही है. Give the dabba to them, lather food and they'll take it back. But वो तो convenient नहीं है और वो हमारा cost बढ़ाएगा. इससे best है sustainable. Even kids dispose it wherever. Obviously वो biodegradable है तो उतना harm भी नहीं पहुंचाएगा. Kids can easily dispose it उनको उसकी tension नहीं है. So we didn't think कि अच्छा पहले dabba.
So you work the costing of that in your 70 to 80 rupees of the dabba?
नहीं, that we had worked with few manufacturers. They were like, जो भी upcoming वो है sustainable packaging में, तो हम लोगों ने बोला कि if you get it like wholesale में या अगर बहुत ज़्यादा packages मंगवा लो फॉर्मल, तो उसकी cost obviously बहुत कम है.
Approximately how much? 70 plus 80 for the food, another 20 for the.
डब्बा जो हमारा food होगा, will include our डब्बा prices. We are not having extra prices for our.
So you're targeting something like within 5 rupees.
Within 5 or 5 to 10.
I think थोड़ा ज़्यादा होगा. So PVR का See, sorry, popcorn का डब्बा आता है, वो 12 रुपए का आता है.
Yeah, that's how.
थोड़ा it will be 20.
So that we try to manufacturers से बात करना, and that's why we need experts जो कि हमें ऐसे manufacturers से connect कर पाए कि जो अभी scale मतलब अभी start हो रहा है. They also need help कि वो अपने हमारे through को बेचें और सब करें. And we also need help कि we need at low cost को सारे डब्बास and sustainable packaging.
And some parents will also want slightly hot food, which has
Exactly.
consolation. Okay,
Right,
but wait,
yeah.
wait.
One observation, more than a question, there's a difference between customer and consumer. So consumer in your case will always be student, but for school goers, the customer will be parent, and for the college goer, the customer itself will be the, and therefore everything will change from that perspective.
Right, yeah. वो थोड़ा changes दोनों में changes हैं. अगर देखा जाए तो main consumer are the students.
But from company perspective, always
yes,
take कौन करने वाला है? That is one.
Yes, that. उस case में हमारे
Is there anyone you want to say?
I'm my mentors in my family. I have my family members who help me how we can establish because we're talking Delhi में we want to have the pilot. We want to start with Delhi. So यहाँ पे IIT है, यहाँ पे AIMS है, यहाँ पे हमारा अच्छा business start हो सकता है. Then we move to Kota. Then we're trying to move to Bangalore. Then to Pune, and then where I am from Bhopal. So we'll go to Bhopal.
One more observation you may want to think through is that a lot of colleges and schools have tie-ups with the canteen guy. So he pays a commission. So how do you overcome that hurdle? Because that tends to be a barrier to entry.
Yeah, so that is what we work, and that's why we wanted to meet the school principals to see how it's going on. But because of the vacations, we weren't able to meet them for a month. We'll talk to principals. However, many schools are willing to take our offer because then we're offering. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, assistance showcase. Yes, that's a good option.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you. So please repeat your name and your venture.
Sure. My name is Sneha Sinha and my venture name is Petika, the food box. Oh yeah, I just got Petika in Sanskrit. Ujjwal sir आपको बताऊंगा. Petika means different box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
125 साल पहले की.
Thank you. Actually, this QR code only works for iOS.
You got stretched out. So
You
Android
can
is
scan the QR code on the card with it.
You.
Thank you.
There's a QR code.
Wow. Okay, so everyone, please be silent. We are starting the next pitch. Wow. This is lovely.
Hello everyone. I am Anjani Sharma and he is Pranav Veteran Bala.
Sorry, say the names again. Your name.
Anjana Sharma and
Anjani
Pranav
Sharma,
Veteran Bala.
Pranav Veteran Bala. We are co-founders of Nero. Our tagline is learning beyond law. What is the problem we solve? There are over 1.5 billion some form of learning in the world. The biggest driver for most of them is learning. Almost no learning resources are ever needed. The WHO predicts this number because of 1 in every 2 person or 400 million by 20. The number of learning is expected to triple in the next decade. They can all prepare for something like this. So we see that there is a steady increase in the number of people with hearing impairment, but we still aren't prepared for this. Like, nobody has ever made anything for it. What is our proposed solution? The proposed solution that we're working on this problem is an integrated learning platform for the education of the hearing. We will have interactive lessons and quizzes on our app alongside facility screens. Each important concept and scientific. We also have a website section in the app. Since the people with hearing impairment cannot actually recognize speech for the most part, they have to communicate with sign language. So what we're doing is we're teaching important concepts in sign language as well as teaching sign language. What makes our idea good? Our idea is really unique because nobody has attempted anything remotely similar to what we are doing so far. And even premier government organizations like Study have only done so much at conceptual level. We are the first ones to enter this market sector and it will be a huge advantage. We are here to make a difference and revolution. Progress we have made. We have made substantial progress so far in the program. We have a fully functional app with all the lesson plans and courses in place, as well as a few sample videos, video lessons made in language. We have also purchased a domain name for our website and have completed the design. We are learning sign language personally in order to gain more meaning and sense of connection. So this is a brief summary of everything that has. It is is are good. These are our learning selling points. Number one, multi-sensory engagement. A number of devices and techniques are used to properly engage with the child in the learning process. Extension of learning to complete evaluation. Since we have quizzes and games, it can completely evaluate the potential of the person and can work accordingly. Personalized and need-based. The lessons are personalized and as well as the quizzes and the learning goes at the learner's comfortability. Constant innovation in that of emerging feedback. Uprising. We are starting by offering our entire collection of videos for 100 rupees per month. We will work on a subscription-based model, but we will be offering the locations that sponsorship. Where do we invest? We have embarked on a mission to change education for hearing and learners. There is no doubt we need monetary support to strive for the problem. If we can't find it, we shall not stop until we achieve it. It is a long run perilous journey. Get ready to meet that. This is our
So this is using class. So
make it
And be louder, okay?
yes. So this is the home page, and that's the you can go to settings, class relevant. So settings and profile are the same way. So you can change your profile picture, your name, your app, etc. And you can also change your email address. You have a short photo biography. Yeah, and you can also switch from background to background. And yeah. And this is, I'm just going to go to the class page. You can go to class button or from down there. And so these are individual lessons that I'm showing you currently. And at the top we have subject categories. These are individual lessons which we recommend based on students. And we have subject categories, all the lesson plans are already there. For the I'm going to show right now. So what is that? And first we show some other subjects. Geography. And that's science. So we have these subjects. What we've been learning is language, and this is our first video that we've done in 4 sentences. So it's a video I was talking about that I just embedded. But we're just planning to add a clear info.
You are making the content yourself.
Right now, because we couldn't find creators because they were all charging too much for business, or they just did not respond back to us. So we decided to do it ourselves currently. But once we gain funding and once we have a proper app there, then we can contact, we can outsource.
And what about app? I was trying to scan, couldn't get it. But who has made the app?
Basically, no code for platform, and we're doing some coding. Yeah, it's working.
Who's the target audience that you're reaching out to?
Deaf children.
The children who are living there between the ages of 7 to 12. The 7 to 15, that age is where the most of the people happens. So that's the target.
is it live or is it recorded? I'm assuming it's recorded.
It's a recorded lesson.
So why can't subtitles?
Yeah, I do plan on adding it. Because I didn't have enough time.
I'm saying in general sessions of, let's say, on academy, etc., right? Even you can get subtitles over there as well. For the target audience that you're going after,
Yeah.
why can't that solution work? And why will your solution be built on that?
Actually, the thing is that there are like most videos on YouTube, they don't have
The
subtitles at all. Even if there is a subtitle, like they aren't like teaching concepts in sign language, teaching them how to communicate in sign language, and we're also evaluating the potential of that students.
And they're using very scientific terms that are very hard to understand.
Yes.
We are teaching them those terms.
But those terms in sign languages will also be very difficult, right? So let's say if I'm a student and I don't know what the meaning of entropy is, or what is the sign language of entropy, how will you do that?
Actually, what happens is that there is a dictionary online. Like there is like almost every word of English is actually translated into ISL, Indian Sign Language. So it can be translated, and the thing is, explaining it is quite simple actually, using basic grammar. Makes sense.
What kind of fee would you want to charge? Just a second.
Just 100 rupees per month.
Okay.
As a subscription fees. We do not plan on charging more than that. It becomes our already.
And you will go direct to the end user,
Yeah.
the person who has a hearing disability. Okay.
Not to the schools, but to the.
Fair enough.
We also plan on doing something like a donation scheme.
Okay.
So people can sponsor children. So they can pay for their children child's education.
And how do kids with a learning disability learn now? What are the existing solutions you have?
Now there are desks.
Okay.
There are very few desks here in Delhi. There are, I think, 10. Yeah. So that is one thing that they are using to learn. And actually, a lot of them drop out because they can't understand. They do not go to normal schools most of the time. But they tend to hide it. They drop out of school because they cannot understand what's being taught.
And what's the number like? I mean, do you have an idea of how big is the market for?
Yeah, so currently there is 1.5 billion in some form of hearing loss.
Worldwide.
Worldwide.
Sure.
But in India, it's somewhere around 70 million or 80 million. That is based on 2011 census.
Okay.
But it should have grown by now to around 110 million. So we are in the next, so WHO predicts that by 2050 there will be 400 million deaf people in India.
Looks unusually high, but we'll keep that for another. That's like 1 in 3 Indians.
1 in 4.
1 in 4 Indians. It seems average. That's fine. Good. Thank you.
Guys, please repeat your name individually and slowly. Yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah, Jira. So my name is Pranesh Balaji.
My
And
name
this
is
is Anjali.
Okay, next, ready? After the
Budget.
Hello everyone, I'm Prashant.
Let's start in 10 seconds. Okay, start.
Hello everyone, I'm Prashant. I'm here to present you with career. Our tagline is trouble finding the right career for you. We're here to help. So I'm in 8th class right now, and I don't struggle of finding the right career in this fast world. Why is it that for me? What's the problem? Career is just is a one-stop solution where the student can experience and explore various career choices which are today. Why is this necessary? It is necessary because a lot of people are not satisfied with the career and they have no way to know what they select. This is what career is for. This will enable future generations to lead a successful professional life of their choice without any regrets. Proposed solution. The career assist platform it offers connect students to professional working in the field, give students a chance to learn about different career options and explore the career options of their choice. Enable students to voluntarily towards the company's premises. What makes a right career? A career makes a life. We can let you choose the right one. With hundreds of different careers, it can be overwhelming for students to choose what they want. We provide an insider view of any industry you can think of, see, explore, and decide what is the best for you. Day-to-day life industry of professionals, what their eyes see every day. Probably also the day in the life of series, few videos about the day in the life of a dental student, a software engineer at a tech company, a manager at a bank, an analyst for an MNC, and many, many more. Take a virtual book inside the campus of various companies and learn how the fields in revenue system. Visit the company section for a wide selection of companies and learn about jobs they offer. You'd be surprised at how much they discover. Chat with real people working on the job more. Not convinced you have doubts? Good. You should search through our network of professionals and chat with them about what they like or like. Progress the demo website is already done. Go ahead and take a look at it. This is the display report screen. When we go to about, this basically just shows platform of school and children with low academic grades, professions, and try to get the feel of what they want to do for it. I thought of this idea a few months before the website release. I decided to tell my sister Chandra about the idea. She added a ton of suggestions and guidance to my website development. This is and then there is a social link so we can contact us. Then the day in the life series. A day in the life of is the thing where me and my sister will record a person's day in the life of. For example, we will record a software engineer's day and upload it to the website. So you can see we have a video that shows our dentistry. So pretty much every video is like this, and I edited like this, and just show what they did in that whole day. And then there is plans and pricing. So you can see the monthly membership is 99 per month. This one membership is 590, the yearly membership is 90. We can ask any unlimited questions and chat with professionals for an unlimited amount of time. Then there is companies. So here's the companies in virtual talk. So you can see there's a company over here, it's 90, and then this is basically how the companies. And then there's a contact. So you can contact me over here, and the forums so people can ask questions. So
So I would like to develop this applications, this is the programming language developer. It enables a ton of major platforms like Android, Windows, iOS, macOS, Linux. I am hoping to get as many students as possible to join us, and I understand the importance of marketing, and so I reach out to various schools and organize. Question.
So Harsh, what's your core proposition? What will careerists do?
Like career assist is like a platform for like kids to like actually like decide like oh what they want to do, and like they can actually like check it out, like there's that decision like a career assist a platform like kids can explore various academic fields, decide what they want to pursue.
And like at what age? So I do this when I'm about to do my
on class 8 to class 12, because that's where the children tend to go for the wrong careers. And because like I am also graded student, and like last year my mom was asking me like what career I should go for. So I didn't really know at the time, and then when I like in 2022 I just actually decided that I like want to go want to become like a software engineer at a tech company. Like I want to do software and entrepreneur as well. Like I want to like to have an application developed, and then so like it can help me fund my college bills, college tuition. That's it.
And what will give somebody who wants this is an understanding of a particular profession. Like somebody wants to be a dentist, so he knows what a day in the life of a dentist is like. Oh,
So is it more so a day of life for dentist or a dentist student? Because
So
these
like
two are
right now we only have like a dentist student, but like in the future like there are like a software engineer people there. So like in the future like I plan on adding dentist students, because like we have to actually go to the campus to record the day the life. So we are actually like we're gonna go to the campus soon. Like that's and we're gonna go to campus soon and then upload it to the website.
Seems to be a good idea. So you can choose a career with a number of ways. One of the ways is to experience what people are, right? Their experience might be different from my experience. Eventually, so choose to be in that or career. So what else you are going to introduce?
So like when I after I get an investment and like the company eventually goes like ahead like a little like I can push it. So like after I get the investment, I plan on adding like a job applications thing where like for example like people can actually like, apply for jobs. Basically like we can add a job like we are like trying
The
to.
question is not about the moment you get into jobs, meaning you are selecting a career. I'm saying even before that, because that's your core proposition, helping people choose a career.
Yes.
What else can you do to help people choose a career? Other than making them view some interviews, virtual tours, what else?
So like that's the thing that I'm still working on. Like
can parameterize. So you can have multiple parameters around that, which can be घंटे का काम होता है, what are the locations, what is the salary, etc. So there are multiple things on which you can compare across all of these professions.
But okay, that's a nice suggestion. I actually like I get a book by my sister.
Yeah, and actually on that, jobs is probably the 10th step, and that happens post college, right? Your target group is 8 to 12.
Yeah, right now it's 8 to 12, but in like the future, like you plan on like after like having like college and like after like that.
If you just concentrate on one and kill that market, that itself will be.
Yeah, I know, but like I like want like as possible as possible because I'm trying my best with it. I've been working like really hard for the past 10 days, and I'm not gonna go down that easy.
Very good.
So please repeat your name slowly and your startup idea.
Harsh Ahuja, and my startup idea is career.
Okay, thank you. We start in 10 seconds. Okay? start.
So good morning, everyone. My name is Joyita and I'm Babita Rana. And we are the founders of Budget Club, which will be a financial literacy platform. But why we are really built this? In India, financial literacy rate is only 24% and less than 60% of people know what is inflation, which is really big. And this is a survey done by IIM Ahmedabad. Again, let's have a COVID perspective first. बहुत सारे बच्चों के पेरेंट्स की डेथ हो गई एंड ओनली 13 14 15 16 इयर्स ओल्ड और फिर सडन बर्डन आ गया कि फाइनेंशियल कैसे होंगे सो दे आर वेरी क्यूरियस हाउ टू कैसे कहां से ढूंढे बिल्कुल बेसिक में सो वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग देम देयर नॉलेज आल्सो what will be how we are really differentiating will be including news in it because financial literacy is something which is not in our syllabus and हम अपने target audience जो children हैं उन्हें अगर track करना है and memes web series and it is something which are addictive to them so what we have done is we have blended them together and we have done financial literacy and these together so we will be providing them 60-second modules which will be including memes we have the quiz we have doubts so that's all I have about so USP will be that बहुत सारे platforms that they have NEET, JEE preparation, IIS, NCERT syllabus, IB and everything else. But financial literacy जो India में अभी नहीं आई है and only the 5% are really investing. So there is a big market. और अगर हम रूट पे अगर हम बच्चों के स्टार्ट करने में बताना कि फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी क्या है तो हमारी जो अडल्टिंग होती है बिल्कुल स्ट्रेसफुल वो थोड़ी लेस स्ट्रेसफुल हो सकती है अब क्योंकि उनके कीवर्ड्स थोड़े नॉर्मलाइज हो जाएंगे तो कॉम्पिटेंट हो जाएंगे so other things I will explain my Jyotika.
So far, we have built a website and we have uploaded almost 20 videos on it, and we are very close to getting a contact with school to organize a workshop for this event. And we have already made our social media page, and soon we will start posting and it's very active. It could be this will hire content creators, hire finance down so that we can clarify our syllabus that for what age group we should do what topics and obviously marketing we need to market. And right now we're on a website, but we want to make it app both for iOS and Android so that as many as students can use this. Next, here comes our website for this work, and this is the home page. Now this page shows how it works. Like 60-second model will be only for and will be our other groups will be junior students and higher students. These are videos which include students. This is a feedback page and this is contact us. Something you can contact us and now will be moving on to ethics. And after this is a sign. That's a very basic website, but we want to move to app. So that will help for.
Can you show any of your videos?
Yeah.
The one which you think is the best out of those 20?
Yeah, the first video that we made. Like it's on information.
आपने इन्फ्लेशन में तो काफी बार सुना ही होगा लेकिन इसका मतलब क्या है आज उसको समझने की कोशिश करें तो इन्फ्लेशन मतलब कि प्राइसेस का बढ़ना आसान भाषा में महंगाई का बढ़ना टाइम के साथ साथ इज इन्फ्लेशन ओके तो एग्जांपल के तौर पे 2015 में एप्पल की कॉस्ट एंड प्राइस 10 रुपए था और 2020 में वो एप्पल 20 रुपए का तो 5 साल में जो 10 रुपए का डिफरेंस है वो इन्फ्लेशन की वजह से है ओके अच्छा फॉर एग्जांपल देखिए आपने बड़े लोगों का सब बोलते सुना ही होगा कि हमारे जमाने में 100 रुपए का कितना कुछ आ जाता था और देखो कुछ भी वैसे ही 1978 में भी पैकेट आ जाते थे 10 रुपए में और आज भी 10 रुपए में से दो ही पैकेट आते हैं वो थोड़े छोटे से तो यहाँ हुआ क्या पैसे की परचेजिंग पावर कम हो गई अच्छा ऐसा होता क्यों इसके पीछे बहुत सारे रीजन हो सकते हैं बट इट यूजुअली हैपेंस लोगों के पास पैसा आ गया होता है एंड कुछ चीजें किसी के पास वो चीजें मान लेते होती है ही नहीं तो जिनके पास है वो चीजें वो तो उनको महंगी में बेचनी है ना ये सिंपल सी बात है इन्फ्लेशन आई होप कि आपको आज टॉपिक क्लियर होगा थैंक यू फॉर वाचिंग
तो इन्फ्लेशन का बिल्कुल बेसिक कांसेप्ट था हमने 60 सेकंड्स की वीडियो में करने की कोशिश लेकिन अब हमारा जो प्लान है कि हम माइंड मैप की तरह क्लिक करेंगे और हर उस पर क्लिक करने पे एक 60 सेकंड की अलग वीडियो पॉप करेंगे तो जब
हर उसके ऊपर क्लिक करने से छोटे टॉपिक्स भी क्लियर हो गए.
Very Akshay Kumar wala Golgappe. No, it connects very good. Awesome.
And financial literacy is badly needed. I mean, which colleges and schools have a subject, but excellent.
One thing which I have observed, particularly on Instagram, there are a lot of not even micro influencers, big influencers who have millions of followers.
Yeah, so basically making talking about stock market, which is really complex. But
No. मैं compare नहीं कर रहा. I understand what you're doing. That's differentiated and काफी interesting है. And there's a need in the market. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the way you reach out to people is directly going through the app route or going to the that Instagram, etc. I'll also tell you why. Because Unacademy as well didn't start with their own website. Once they had millions of subscribers on YouTube, etc., which is much easier for the your target audience to come on to see what you're doing and then probably make them jump onto your app.
what you're planning to do is that directly want to go to schools and organize workshops that financial literacy is really important for them. So that's how we're going to get it.
Schools maybe again a scale milega nahi. If you think of it, right? Every school will have let's say 1,000 students. Now, if you go to 100 schools one at a time, now imagine how many days will it take. 100 स्कूल में कम से कम 3 साल लग जाएंगे पहुंचने में या 2 साल लग जाएंगे पहुंचने में, राइट? एंड still probably each lakh students, 1 lakh, sorry, अगर 100 स्कूल है, versus if you do it on Instagram, the reach will be much faster.
Insta, LinkedIn, that's always great. So that's
In PPT, you see that there was a line that we have created a social media pages. It's like we have recently created them, so there are not many posts on them. But we are planning to actively post on them and promote as much as we can for our website.
The reason also is that the content creator economy, particularly years, has drastically drastically.
So what will eventually be your revenue model? I'm saying that, why would I want to subscribe? To Ujjwal's point, I can go to YouTube, I can go to Insta, and I have loads of influencers. Someone tells me how to pick stocks, how to beat inflation, how to save for higher education. Why would I want to pay budget money?
हम जैसे समझा रहे हैं कि अगर बच्चे को समझना हो वो YouTube पे जाएगा, उनको सिर्फ एक लैंग्वेज मिल रही है, वो अगर हमें चाहिए कि कोई जो सर्च करे वो तो बच्चा सीखना चाह रहा है, बट हमें चाहिए कि जो बच्चे नहीं सीखते, जिनको इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, उनको इंटरेस्ट आए. तो इनको इंटरेस्ट कैसे आएगा जब हम न्यूज़ और ये सारी चीजें ऐड करेंगे. दैट्स व्हाई आई वांट टू इंक्रीज द नंबर ऑफ चिल्ड्रन हु आर इंटरेस्टेड.
Right. So objective, I'm totally with you, but I'm saying how would you monetize? Is it only ads that will appear in your videos?
The subscription base is monthly $99, quarterly will be $299, and annually. Any other questions?
No. That's good.
I like bringing humor around financial literacy. Boring even.
Exactly.
Okay. And there are important issues. There's one venture which is working on. So if we talk about policy and a number of issues related to policy, and if you put them in white papers, blue papers, black papers, all that stuff becomes boring. So they come up with a series of patterns around this, talking uncomfortable topics through humor. I think I like that, but what visual is extremely important. One is content, the other one is channel. Right? So how many people would download our app? I would be interested to first be big and then make.
That's why creating a website first.
Sure.
And that's what we need to change the people we perceive financial literacy. Like it's not boring and complex, but
Really understand it's all
basic.
Thank you. So please repeat your names and then
Joy Gupta and Rana.
say it again.
Joy Gupta and Rana.
Next pitch we start in 10 seconds.
very good morning, everyone. My name is Launchpad. I am a grade 12 student. And my company's name is Canopy. So Canopy is a social application on India. There were 1.3 million people diagnosed with cancer in 2020. And the rate is said to be substantially increasing over the next years. So after these 1.3 million cases, majority of these were diagnosed way too late, they knew way too little, and they didn't know who to see. They didn't know who exactly they needed to go to, what kind of doctor they needed to talk to, what kind of help it was that they needed. And this was due to the first core problem that I was able to identify, which is the lack of awareness and the inbuilt societal stigma of cancer, which we have in our society. We hate talking about cancer. We don't know how to talk about cancer. The second and much smaller problem is what we would call the survivors or the patients with ongoing treatment. Now these people have something which is termed as a victim complex that society sees as only victims. We like to think of them as someone who helpless. They don't know who to depend upon. They always have family around them. They can't carry on their stuff themselves. This is how society has, come to reason. And this even installs a sense of, they feel less than, and they don't know how to go about their normal lives after they've lived this year. They also don't feel like they have a community to talk about. Because I'm sure many of us in urban areas, yet we wouldn't have heard of any cancer support groups or any such groups around us, even though cancer is such a prevalent society. So I was able to identify these three core problems, and that led and my mission was to change the way we talk and deal with cancer in our country. So we wanted to create a network in which cancer patients feel loved and supported. Most of all, we wanted to build rapport. And I think I can best present my vision by giving you a personal anecdote. So I was speaking to this one lady who works with cancer cats, and even having a conversation, I wanted to know what it was she was going through. And she started telling me about when her child was just one, they were diagnosed with cancer. So even on hearing this, even I opened up to her and I told her, what I felt like when my very close relative, my mom, when she was diagnosed with cancer, what was that we felt. And this was one of the best conversations I've ever had. And by the end of it, I felt so empowered. It's really a feeling you can't describe to other people because it's everything you're holding. And once you get down and you find what you can speak. It's like you have friends or families, but once you find people who have been through the same experience you have, it's a really, really powerful thing. So that brings me to my proposal, which was Candyland. So Candyland serves as an independent valuable social network. So it helps cancer patients, survivors, their families, and it helps inspire, empower, and again, most importantly, bring hope to them, which is something that gives them the fighting spirit, which is required in cancer. It also provides a large scale support system through which they can speak about their experiences with anonymity, which is something which is lacking in, the physical support groups we have. Because people are still very resilient, they're very resistant, coming and speaking in front of large audiences or people they know. So this is the easy to use app with all relevant data collected by trusted individuals available at your fingertips. Now, what do I think my idea, which is just that the back end, but I think it helps patients, in the most remote corners of our country, links them to one another, and it gives them access to the best healthcare workers, best doctors, and medical staff of our country. It's the first social app in Indian markets to cater specifically to cancer. It also integrates multiple functions and features that don't exist on any particular website and aren't offered by hospitals or NGOs. Its most significant point is how it provides all these information in a concise and reliable manner. So it's your one-stop app for everything cancer. It also gives you a community of people who have been through the same experience you have. And I think there's nothing better than that in today's world. And that also helps with the mental health, which is a problem which is coming up in cancer patients. Lastly, I want to talk about how it influences the whole market and whole healthcare industry. So Canopy provides unprecedented insight into patient health. So real-time data is often, it's often solved, but it's very hard to come around. And this is where Canopy comes in. So it collects data from patients and shows thousands of patients experience their treatment plans and how they react to it. And this is data which can be used to help enhance their experience and better educate them. Now, lastly, I'd like to talk about my progress so far. So I've 100% spoken to the large cancer organizations we have in India. So I've spoken to the Indian Cancer Society, Canada, and I've also spoken to CAPED, and I was offered partnership by both CAPED and Canada's. We also spoke to a group of survivors, so we spoke to multiple survivors, and we also got affiliated with the largest cancer support group in the NCR. And they also wanted to reach out to us. So we also have a app available, and we have a standard revenue model. This is the app interface to work with things and features that it offer. And lastly, web our reach, which is very simple. I want this to be as big as it can because this is a present issue, and I think this is really in demand in the market right now. So with that, I like my time. Thank you so much for your time. So these are posts and they're categorized. And then you have discounts, which is obviously profiles. And that is currently not being used by users. I'm still working on how to use that. And yeah, and these are question answers and that.
Are there a lot of non-official support groups for cancer patients right now, or is this the first kind of formal thing that you want to put together? I'm sure there would be groups.
There would be 100% groups. So these are mostly urban areas. So if you go to a, let's say, a hospital like Medina, they have one for breast cancer. So I'm affiliated with. But many places they don't offer. So they're very small scale. They only have about 15 to 20 members. They're very, very small. And you don't have one across India. So this is something that really helps. And it's the first step. So even if you Google it, you'll not find any app in India right now. Thanks.
You get inside the group called Sanjeev.
Sanjeevni, I researched about them, but I thought at first, each other was that actually not good because I like serving in person. But I looked at Sanjeevni, I looked at Raj, and these are the people I'm hoping to speak with. But first, I want to scale out in the Delhi NCR and get to interact with patients there. Because yes, doctors provide, but doctors provide very it's a very technical thing that they provide. Our doctors patients, and that's something you can only do when people visit.
Right. So if you're, I see it somewhere, right? But eventually it's going to be an absence, right? How do you make sure that, because if you go on an app called Healthy Bike, you can have books on diabetes, on cardio, on cancer. Or going to be different from that.
So I think it's obviously the combination of every time this is the sign which has like I offer the question answer. I'm also working on a feature. I want to have it updated. It's a feature where you can give recommendations. So there's cancer patients aren't allowed to have food, which is hard to cut. So they aren't allowed food, then chili and atta. So for that they require alternatives. So I have a mapping feature. So here you can link places there and you can visit these places. You can get in contact with the consultants. You can meet physiotherapists. You can talk to therapists through this app. So this is basically not only a support group, it has a variety of features, which I don't think any other existing app will be able to offer.
So this comes at a scale.
Right.
But if you look at today, what is going to be the core today? What are you going to begin with? As an
100% support group, sir.
support.
Yeah,
So I would recommend also see this famous one, figure, FITTR. Not from the perspective of the total, but look at how do they engage with. They do it very well. So from the interface and how they find the thing inside FITTR.
Thanks, sir. Any questions or
Have you mentioned about how are you to sustain time?
yes, sir. So I have a revenue model in place. So I have a revenue model in place. So first of all, we can have subscription. So I've talked about a few premium features. So I also wanted to add one, which is the calendar feature, which is pretty easy to integrate into the app interface it has. But this will be a premium one. So this is where you can connect with doctors and you can schedule visits. So that's where we can come into subscription. You also have sponsors. I talked about linking praise, right? So people can create business accounts on this. Like we had Greener. So you have Greener employees and their marketing team, they can come on our app, they can pay us for the service. And also to medical, because this gives you unprecedented data about user experience, especially patient experience, what you can do to enhance. So this is also very valuable data which we can also use and we can generate revenue from.
Data.
So obviously
data की value India में so the total data value of in India of medical data in India currently it's 200 crores. It's data की value नहीं है, but if you can make something out of data and cross sell something, that is valuable.
So that's.
And be conscious of saying
Right.
and doing is so important. Because,
That data actually should not be shared.
because the community is going through.
Right.
So please repeat your name and
Yeah. Divanshi Sood, Canada.
we start in 10 seconds. So can we have silence in the room, especially in the back? Start.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I am Tanush Arora, and I'm the founder of the Archive. The Archive is a decentralized cloud storage platform. Now, diving straight into the value of. Now, data storage is indispensable to us. Most of us don't have just a TB of data storage space lying around at our disposal, right? Data is crucial and sensitive, and we need to store it in a secure and reliable place. Now, there are a few issues. Often there is lack of enough storage space or data security concerns and need for data management, etc. Now, some of the gains that our company will provide our consumers is effortless data mapping, no external hard drives, easy file sharing, some of the common features of cloud storage platforms. Now, I need to pay emphasis on the valuation of this market. The global cloud storage market was valued at 17.9 billion 2021 and it's projected to reach about 376 billion by 2029, which is a lot. It's a huge market. I have a glimpse of a solution that we're working on for this problem.
The needs of cloud storage are the needs of cloud storage are pretty simple. Object storage solution that stores your data globally across statistically diverse nodes and ISPs. Default encryption makes it resistant to ransomware and spyware, and no single point of failure, making it less susceptible to going offline, getting hacked, or other disasters. Minimizing risk while increasing confidence and control.
Okay, so I'd like to go on to the demonstration. So we go ahead with the right. So our MVP is very simple. We just have a banner with our logo on the top and a editing box where you can upload your file.
Now we have gone on the principle that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. So it's in works, definitely there will be a few user interface updates coming at the end. And here is a glimpse of our that.
You can show the videos.
So this is essentially the platform, right? Here you can give your file a description.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's say my file. Then you can choose your file. So I choose, let's say, the video file that I had to use. Okay, and then you can just upload it. It's just a matter of being simple. So I think it's loading, but here's the file that I've loaded back then. So it's a Word document, right? After you load it, you get the file type and the time that we stored it, and here's the file. So you can download the source file. Yeah, 160. So it works as right.
But what's the difference between this and let's say Google Drive?
Yeah, so here's the thing. With Google Drive, you just get about 15 GB of data storage that is spread across the platforms such as email, Google Drive, platform. And that is for some of the, I think, common users. Our market, I think, are mainly, we are marketing this to developers and large scale institutions that have data storage requirements for about a TB or so. Now, here
But
also,
Google Drive also does that, right? You can put in
Google
one
does that. Yeah. So here's the difference. What makes us unique essentially? Your data is decentralized. And by decentralized, I mean it is split into pieces which are then encrypted and stored across a distributed cloud. Right. Therefore, it is more secure. And again,
Is it working on blockchain or something?
it's working on blockchain.
Ethereum or what?
Ethereum contracts. Yeah.
So
we can.
Have you done costing for that? Because Ethereum is like insanely cost.
Yeah, currently this works for free, no costing, because this is on a private network. And our fee model would be to all the users that need to store from, let's say for free model, we would be offering about 150 GBs. And full disclosure, it would be, I think, with third party advertising. For the paid model, that is about $4, that is around 300 rupees, and it offers you 1 TB of data storage for I think $4, right? And no free advertising. And I think as the time goes, we'll be making it more affordable, right? Another thing is it gives you better availability, enabling a faster retrieval of files. So when in a centralized case, let's say Google Drive or Dropbox, you store when you store your files, you store all of them in a central server, Dropbox central server. Now, in this case,